Mighty freaking Mouse. The journey of Mighty Mouse from becoming the cut fighter of the UFC that no one really cared about anymore to becoming the #1 MMA YouTube channel on YouTube is just awesome to see. All about it in this video. Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Assalamu alaikum.
The flyweight GOAT, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson, a guy that does not need any introduction, but absolute freaking legend of our sport. 11 freaking consecutive UFC flyweight title defenses. I mean, having 11 consecutive UFC title defenses is just insanity. Now, of course, you can talk about the flyweight division not really being the peak division of the UFC, especially back in the day and all of that, but still, beat the 11 best guys in your weight class in the world. I mean, that's back to back. That's absolutely insane, right? He then lost the belt in 2018 to Henry Cejudo in August, got cut from the UFC or traded in the worst trade ever. Ben Askren came to the UFC. Mighty Mouse went to one championship, so they did like in soccer, like in football, like the jersey I'm wearing, it's a UFC jersey, but it has the football style. When they trade players, right? Worst trade ever for the UFC, best trade ever for one. Went over to one championship and he never really got the flowers he deserved. Like, of course, the hardcore UFC fans knew who he was, but that was also at a time where the UFC was just starting to really get their hype, and Mighty Mouse was never really the guy that got a lot of attention because he was just never the outspoken guy. Of course, he had the Xbox sponsor and all of that, so he had some eyes on him, but Mighty Mouse was always kind of under the radar, which is kind of ironic because he's so short, but
I didn't see this short guy, bring him here.
He always kind of went under the radar in my opinion, and funnily enough, I would say that one of his losses led to his recent success in a way far-fetched. Because you have to see, Mighty Mouse, if we talk about the YouTube stuff, which is actually the topic of the video, he has been doing content since quite a while. He was just always a gamer, so he just streamed and uploaded YouTube videos of him playing Elden Ring or whatever, some kind of games. I am not into that stuff, so I don't know the names, but some kind of games. And of course, some hardcore MMA fans watched his videos, and he is still a famous guy, but not at all at a level where he was breaking the internet in any kind, you know what I mean? And then when he lost to Adriano Moraes in one championship in April of 2021, I feel like the attention kind of got back to him a little bit, because in one championship, no one really cared too much, because one championship is big in Asia, yes, but in the general MMA world, which is mostly America, UK, all of that, most people did not really watch that stuff.
I don't touch this stuff, not gonna touch this stuff, never touch this stuff.
But when they saw Mighty Mouse getting finished for the first time ever, people were like, whoa, what's going on over there?
Whoa.
And he was fighting Adriano Moraes, who's like a lot taller than him, looks like he's 3 weight classes above him. And then the turning point was when he fought him in the rematch in 2022, I think it was July or something. And he knocked him out with the more or less exact same knee that Moraes knocked him out before. It was one of the, if you haven't ever seen it, go watch it, one of the most beautiful finishes you'll ever see, how Mighty Mouse finished him. I mean, that was just, you could spend 1 hour just on the finishing sequence, breaking it down, how freaking genius that was. The fight IQ displayed in that situation was just absolutely insane. And that clip went viral over the world. I feel like Mighty Mouse was on everyone's map again. And he then had the rematch with Adriano Moraes, or no, the trilogy with Adriano Moraes that he won by decision. Very fun fight as well. And then he retired. And even before retirement already, he started to focus more on his content and switch the style of his content. He started doing content about MMA, which is a smart idea because Mighty Mouse is an absolute freaking stud when it comes to martial arts. He's a pure martial artist. He's GSP-esque. He and GSP are pretty much the same in terms of they are in here for the martial art. They're not fighters. They're not the guys who go on the street and brawl. They are martial artists. They love to pay attention to every detail, break stuff down and all of that, and really get deep into it, right? And that's also a reason why his channel then went so well. Obviously because of the hype he got from the Marlon Moraes fight, right? But also because his videos are just so good. Mighty Mouse's videos are so awesome. The production is great, camera quality, lights, everything is just awesome. Awesome! He speaks very nicely. He can what I can't do right now, he not had articulate himself, right? I was searching for that word. Articulate himself very well. Kind of like Michael Chandler, very well spoken, right? Not like a Nate Diaz where it's just like, yeah, fuck you, how about that? You know what I mean? Like very nicely articulative and everything. I just made the word up, I think, articulative. But yeah, he does a great concept on YouTube with his interviews and all of that. It's the whole build up of his YouTube. I think he has a guy that does that, but absolutely awesome, great team behind him, and you can see it in the numbers. Because people, of course, started to jump on the videos because of the hype he had and because of who he is, right? But people stayed and new people came to the content because of the quality, because his videos were so freaking good. And what recently blew my mind is I was in the gym, in the gym that I train at, MMA gym, and there was a young kid, I don't know how old this guy is, 13 or whatever, like a young boy. And he was talking something about like, yeah, have you seen Mighty Mouse did this and that or whatever. And I was like, these kids know who Mighty Mouse is? Like, that's crazy to me because Mighty Mouse is like an old legend that I feel like I barely made it to his era. I barely watched his era unfold, right? I started really watching the UFC at the end of his UFC career when he went over to ONE. That's when I really started to get into this stuff. So to see like young kids talking about Mighty, like, oh my God, have you seen that? And all of that just told me like, damn, Mighty is killing it with all age groups. It's not just the old guys that like to watch Mighty because they know him from back in the day. No, the young guys that probably have never seen a fight of him other than some highlights on YouTube are now catching on to his stuff as well and watch his content everywhere. And I really love what he's doing. He's 100% genuine in what he does. You can see that he's not doing anything that he does not want to. He's not saying anything that he does not feel. And he's just a genuine, nice guy that, in German, we kind of have a saying, he's like the mother-in-law's favorite or something. Every mother-in-law's favorite. Yeah, it's a weird translation, but that's something that we say about those people, like everybody's darling, I think you say in English, something like that. Like, you cannot not like him. You can maybe not love him, but you cannot look at him and not like him unless you're racist or something, you know what I mean?
You're racist.
He's just an absolutely awesome dude. I'm so happy for his success, and he's killing it everywhere. He never really got the recognition back in the day. His Instagram and all of that never had the biggest numbers, and now he has 2 million followers on Instagram. Every YouTube video does like 500k views or something. He's balling. He's earning a ton of money with that, and it couldn't happen to a better guy. Mighty Mouse Johnson. What is your opinion about Mighty Mouse? Write in the comments. When was the first time you maybe saw him on the screen, in the octagon, whatever? Write in the comments, like this video, subscribe to this channel, guys. Would appreciate that a lot. Check out my merch, bloodsportmma. Link is in the bio. First link, worldwide free shipping. If you enter the code FREE at checkout, check it out, you guys. Stay bloody, and until the next one, bye bye. Bloodsport.